Welcome back to Wilson Book Reads. Today I've decided that we're going to do a long book review. Not like massively long, but just longer than what my shorts have been. Like, I'm going to kind of mix it up with my shorts and my long reviews and kind of see what I can do. Like I said, I'm going to try and aim to do one long review maybe a week and maybe one short review, and a couple of short reviews in the bit as well. Like, obviously I want to do some funny other book videos as well and kind of just show you some funny bits and pieces through books, but so the book we're going to be reviewing today is none other than Dirt Music by Tim Winton. Now, I got this book a long time ago for Christmas off of my mother-in-law, and she had requested me to please read this, and I'm a guy that if I get lots of books to read at a time, and I'm a pretty slow guy when I read, not always, but generally, I've been better in the last few years because I've just been more focused on wanting to read a book because I've found it was helping me sleep better at night, just to put in half an hour to 45 minutes of reading, and that seems to be really helping with my sleep better. It's to the point where I actually dedicate an hour of reading before bed. Usually I try to go be in bed by quarter past 9, and I try to go to sleep at after 10:20 or whatever, usually with my usual bedtime. But yeah, so Dirt Music, I absolutely, first of all, want to say I really appreciate Tim Winton's books. I really love his books. I can't express how much I love his books. I really got excited to buy Juice last year when it was released, and I actually threw one book away that I was kind of supposed to be reading after the one that I did read, and then I just power read Juice. I absolutely just power read it and had to quickly read it and get my thoughts and feelings on it. Nonetheless, Dirt Music was always on that list of be read, and I was kind of what I was trying to do was do a Tim Winton book leading up to Juice, and that's what I was kind of doing in conjunction with other books. So Dirt Music takes us to a place called White Point, and it follows the story of Georgie Jutlin. She is a stepmom that lives with a fisherman and lives with his two young boys, trying to be the best stepmom she can be and just trying to fit in, I suppose, in that environment of being a fisherman's wife and and all that. She's not married to the fisherman, but it's kind of it appears like that she's trying to fit into that role. I believe she's a retired nurse. She decided that she either retired or just taking a break. Couldn't quite tell what it was. Either that or I've forgotten. But like I said, it's in that regard of she's just trying to find herself. She meets a young man by the name of Luther Fox, and very quickly they form a relationship, and it's a kind of very quick romance. I wasn't quite expecting that when I read it. I was quite thinking that it was going to kind of be a slow burning one, but no, they got into the relationship very quickly, and I guess it was to her, she found something in Luther Fox that she really appreciated and enjoyed, and she just, to me, was just showing a case of she was trying her hardest to the point where she just does not love life. She struggles to find meaning in the life that she's living in, and I guess you could say that is also happens with Luther Fox in the story as well. He has a hard time finding his meaning in the story, and in his troubled past, and it seems like both him and Georgie had a very troubled past, and that kind of led to them meeting each other and forming this relationship. Obviously the book is not just a full romance, I would say. There's a lot more to it. There's really interesting characters you get to read about. Tim Winton does a great job at imagery as always, just highlighting the beautiful landscapes and the fact that this is a pretty deserted place to live in, and it just feels the environment's a bit it's hard life to live in if you want to live there. And that his character work is always great too. I love his characters. Sometimes they hit and miss, sometimes depending on the book. Particularly in this book, in Dirt Music, I found that they were all hits, and I had no problem following the story like that. So yeah, the pacing is great in Dirt Music. I found it so easy to read. I just actually, it was one of those books I actually tried to read that I couldn't put it down. I had to actually force myself to put it down sometimes because I was like, no, you gotta go to bed. And two, I wanted to try and go slower with this book and get a lot of the information into my brain, and I really enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the aspect of that, just the hardships that Georgie goes through in the book, to the hardships that this guy goes through. But the fact that like he's a bit of a scumbag as well, in a way that he kind of he does all this crazy ass shit. Like, you know, I can't really spoil it if you want to read it, but like I said, he does some bad shit that he's not supposed to, and like, you know, it kind of upsets the local fishermen. I'll just leave it at that, and then you can kind of read it and go from there if you want. It's one of those reads where I feel like it's not like a straight romance. Like when I read Court of Thorns and Roses, that to me felt more like a more romance book. Whereas this kind of deviates a little bit from that, and you know, it's more of a drama type book. And you know, but like I said, it's one of those interesting books where, like I said, I could read this and, you know, really enjoy the characters, really enjoy the actual romance that was there. And I had zero problems with, like, you know, just the characters in general. Like, cause like even the fisherman, like while he portrays himself as being like oh, he has a real high tolerance to, like, you know, what Georgie was doing, and like, you know, he could have easily just kicked her out and said, just that you can feck off and I don't need you. But like, you know, in a way he tolerated a lot because, like, you know, I think he saw that Georgie, you know, she committed a lot too, like, you know, but she just wasn't never happy. The ending kind of was weird too. I didn't really quite understand the ending. So, you know, if there's anyone in the comment section that does watch this review, if you want to explain the ending a bit better to me, I'd love that, because I still struggled to understand the ending. It kind of felt like it's not really a typical romance ending, but I guess, like, Tim, in his words, once said that he doesn't particularly like to end books. Like, ending a book is quite hard, which I could only imagine. And sometimes when I've written short stories and all that in the past, like, and now, I still find it hard how to end it. Like, there's not really an appropriate way sometimes to end a story. Sometimes it's really difficult. But anyway, I really personally recommend it. So Dirt Music, if it's not on your list, please read it. It's an easy 9 out of 10 for me. I personally loved it on many levels. I still probably would love to read it again at some point. But yeah, if you do want to read it, check it out. It's at your local bookstore in Australia. If you're not, you can always order it online. These are books that, like, you know, I wouldn't say that, like, you are going to probably absolutely love, unless, depending on what kind of books you read. Like I said, if you are already a Tim Winton person, you're going to love it regardless. In my ways, sometimes, like, you know, it's like, maybe sometimes you hit and miss, but, like, you know, I personally, like I said, found it more entertaining than not. But anyway, that's my review of that. So please, if you like the video, please hit a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my videos. If you want to see more of this kind of content, feel free to let me know if you like it or if you prefer the shorts. Like I said, I do want to know if you guys prefer shorts, because then I can be like, okay, well, I'll limit it, like I said, one a week, one a fortnight, to maybe like more shorts and stuff like that. Like I said, I know the shorts are easy to get through because I try to do my best to keep them under 3 minutes. And they're easier too, because then it just makes me talk quicker. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Take care. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.